Hold up. Hi and welcome back. It's been a while since I made my last video. I wasn't really in the mood of making any kind of videos, even though I do have stuff to talk about, or actually I want to say, whatever. But as you can see in the title, my thoughts, my first impressions of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I am about 35 hours into the game. I am level 37 and I am at the beginning of chapter 4. And if you're playing the game, then you know that I am over-leveled quite a bit. And that's because the side stuff that you, or the side missions, the side quests that you can do, especially sort of the hero quests, they are a sort of little storyline in itself, and I really like that. And I've been exploring these absolutely gigantic world. I mean, the world is enormous. Xenoblade 1 and 2 already had really large maps, really large world to explore, but this almost feels like an open world. However, I do have to sort of mention that if you don't like exploring in the way of finding new areas and seeing new scenery, there's not really much to do. You don't really find new stuff, at least not something that is spectacular better than the stuff you have right now. And sure, there are epic enemies that you can, or special enemies that you can defeat, and some of them are much higher level. And that is one of the sort of reasons why I am over-leveled quite a bit, is because as level 37 I am fighting against enemies of level 45, 40, and sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, but you get a massive amount of XP, especially if you do an overkill with chain attack. That is back and much better than in Xenoblade 1 and 2. In general, Xenoblade 3 feels familiar. It feels something I've already done, something I've already played. In its basic design, the gameplay and how it looks, and especially how the battle system is, really reminds me of Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2. However, there are some changes, especially in the classes. As a character, you just have a class. For example, warrior or medic or assault medic or whatever. And you're doing hero quests, so you basically, how do you say, you get a new party member that you can use, or at least they're gonna help you, and you can obtain their classes. And there are a bunch of classes in the game. It reminds me a little bit of Xenoblade's 2 blades. I couldn't get the word out of my mouth. Of the blades, but instead of having a blade with you, you now have one character and you can actually sort of equip his class, and you can level the class up to level 10. And I kind of like the system. At the beginning of the game, I really thought to myself, there's no customization in this game. Like, there's nothing. But slowly but surely, and I mean slowly, in the 20 hours mark, I still got new sort of tutorials to upgrade your class and do this and that. And at the end, sort of, you have gems, you have accessoires, you have the class system. There is quite a bunch of stuff that you can customize your characters with, and sort of reminds me a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles is the Ouroboros system, or where you sort of interlink with another party member and then you'll be some robot, mech, monster. It really reminded me of Xenoblade Chronicles, but done in a much better way, and it's really cool. And you can upgrade those characters too, so there's a lot of upgradable options for you to do in Xenoblade 3. However, there is one thing that just boggles my mind, and if you know it, why, please put it in the comments below if you're actually still watching. I don't have any use for money at all. I have like literally I have 500,000 gold in Xenoblade 3. I never use my money for nothing. I mean, sure, once in a while you get to a new city or a colony and you can sort of buy food, and then that food will be added to your recipe, and you can, with ingredients, you can make that food yourself. You don't have to buy it, but it's like $600 and you have 500,000. I literally have found no reason to shop at the stores because they never offer good stuff. They never offer upgradable options. They never, just never, like literally, this is not a joke, like literally, I don't know why is the money system in this game. I have no use for money at all. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I have not, I'm not really far into the storyline that something opens up. I remember that in Xenoblade 1, eventually you have a colony that you can build up from the ground up, and you need a lot of ingredients, a lot of money, and that is one of the reasons why I kept playing Xenoblade, because I wanted to sort of fully upgrade the colony. And Xenoblade 2 also, I think you needed a lot of money to upgrade all the gear and upgrade all your blades. But in Xenoblade 3, I don't know what you have to do with the money. Just nothing. It's really weird. Storyline wise, it's probably the most interesting out of the three. From the start of the game, I was interested, like, what the hell is going on? You know, I'm seeing scenery from Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2 combined, and why do these characters only live for 10 years? What are the consoles? So, from start, I was very interested in the storyline, and it's not disappointing. Every bit of information, as of right now, gives out more questions than answers, and yeah, I cannot wait to sort of unveil what the hell is going on. Characters wise, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the character designs in Xenoblade 2, so Xenoblade 1 was a little bit of disappointment, and with this, I don't know, like, I like the characters, don't get me wrong, but they're, again, nothing really special. Graphically, I think that just like Xenoblade 1 and 2, this is, to me personally, how RPGs, modern RPGs, should look like. Xenoblade 3 has a massive, beautiful fantasy setting that every corner there is something cool to see, and you're really going to be amazed at how big of a scope the world is. Like, damn, this is on a Nintendo Switch, a system that even if it would launch with the PS4, it would already be outdated, let alone launched years later. And it just, to me, it's, you know, it's not Final Fantasy 7 or it's not Dragon Quest 11, but it does look much better than most RPGs. Most modern RPGs, it really looks like this should be where AAA modern RPGs should go. So again, just like Xeno 1, Xeno 2, I love the world. I love the graphics. I love the environments. The music is fantastic. Holy shit. I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles to me now is what Final Fantasy was to me when I was a kid. No, I'm not saying Xenoblade is better than Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9 and 10. Of course it's not. But I'm just saying that this is sort of the dominant RPG franchise to me personally in this age where Final Fantasy sort of moved to a worse direction. And let's see what they're going to do with Final Fantasy 16. So if you're still watching, thank you. But also, as you've heard, I really like Xenoblade 3. If you love RPGs, it is a no-brainer. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Of course, if you didn't like Xeno 1 or you didn't like Xeno 2, then perhaps skip it, because it does feel very familiar, like you've already played it, you've already seen it. But it's a great game. I love it. I can't wait to get back and play more and unlock more heroes and do more side quests that are finally done right. No more stupid fetch quests. There's actually sort of a storyline with every quest, at least from what I have seen right now. So leave it in the comments below. Number 1, what the hell do I have to do with all the money I have? In the game, of course. I'm a poor guy in real life. And number 2, are you playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and what do you think about the game? Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And like always, you're gonna see me next time. And next time will be very soon.